What's up YouTube? It's MattComics17 here, back with a new video and my first ever haul video on YouTube. If you've seen some of my last videos, you know I've only been collecting for a year and only been on YouTube for about 3 or 4 weeks, so I'm really excited to do this. I've been home recently in the UK and I've picked up about 30 books that I wanted to share with you today. I'm not going to show them all because I want to try and keep this video as short as I can. But I've also got quite a cool book to show you at the end, which is my favourite book of my collection. And I'm just so excited to get your guys' reactions. So it is heavy Batman today, as always with me, being a Batman collector. But I want to start with my only non-Batman books that I was able to pick up. And that is Justice League Dark #1. Now, I was recently talking with Ryan, Darkside Jedi, on Instagram, and we both confessed our love for the Justice League Dark series and characters and the DC animated movie. And I noticed on eBay there was a guy selling this issue, as well as 2, all the way up to 11. And so it was 1 to 11, just missing issue number 3. And I was able to pick this up for $5. I was so happy that deal was there. I just need to bag and board them. I do want to get issue 3 and then I can start reading them through properly, but I'm just so chuffed to be able to add this into my collection. Justice League Dark #1. Now it's the Batman part of the video. I'm very sorry about that if you're not a Batman fan. But starting off with a few filler issues I was able to get. 401. 411, 412, 413, 414, and finally 415. Now, the reason why I'm sharing these with you today is because I just wanted to try and get some advertisement out for a local dealer based in the UK. And that's called Norwich Comics Galore. You will find him on Facebook. He lives in, obviously, Norwich. It's about 2 or 3 hours away from where I live, so it's been really hard to go up and see him. He normally works on car boots and on markets and things like that. But I've been in contact with him for about a year, and he posted up that he had some Batman filler books, and I said to him, can you ship them to me in London? And within the next day, they were at my house, perfectly shipped, perfectly wrapped up, and I was just so chuffed. And the reason why I'm showing this is just to give him a bit of publicity. Hopefully some of you guys can go check him out. If any of you in America fancy speaking to him, I'm sure he'll happily ship books out if they're things that you really desperately need. But yeah, I was really chuffed to have him, and just thanks again, Matt. Matt's my name. But yeah, so chuffed with that. Next 2 are just 2 more filler issues, 430 and 711. I just love that cover with Two-Face and Riddler at the front. Again, filler issues from my run. I picked these up from my local comic shop. They're called Limited Edition Comics in Stevenage. They do have a website. You will find them online. They do ship pretty much anywhere. They said they'll ship to me in Germany, so that's really nice to know because they have some killer books there. Richard is going to crop up. He's the owner of Limited Edition Comics. He's going to crop up a little bit later in the video because he's been an absolute hero for me. Whenever I go there, I always try and buy a book or buy a few books just to help them out because they are amazing people, and anyone that deals with them can probably say the same, that Richard is just one of the most stand-up guys in the community. You'll also find them on Instagram, so please hit them up. They're amazing. They are amazing people. And yeah, so they're just 2 extra filler books. Now the next 2 books that I was able to pick up whilst I was at home are both eBay purchases. And one is one of my top books that I wanted this year, and the other has been avoiding me for such a long time. We'll start with that one, and that is Batman 358. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys, I think this is the first cover appearance of Killer Croc in the Batman series. Obviously 357 is his first appearance, and then I think this is his first kind of cover appearance, so he's hidden. And then obviously the next issue is where he's loud and proud and showing everyone what he's got in 359. But yeah, this book has avoided me for such a long time. I've had 357 and 359 for months and months and months. Never been able to find this at a price that I wanted, especially on eBay. But one come up for auction, not a lot of people went for it, and then I was able to steal it away at the death. So really chuffed to be able to finally cross this one off the list. And that leads me on to one of my top Target books for this year. I have 3 Target books that I would like to get before my birthday, which is on the 26th of February. And they are Batman 232, first Ra's al Ghul, Batman 227, the iconic cover, and Batman 221, the first appearance of Mr. Freeze. But for me, those are unrealistic targets, but the dream. If I can get there, I'll be so chuffed. If not, it will always roll over. I think once I have those 3, I'll just concentrate on getting 121 all the way up to 713, and then picking up the odd Golden Age book as I go, because I think that's when it starts getting a bit crazy with my money. But the book I was able to take off that list is this iconic beauty, Batman 227. And it's a bit of a funny story how I managed to get this. There was a guy on eBay, he had it up for a ridiculous price, and he said it was a 9.0. And if you look at the book, it's not really a 9.0 at all. So I sent him an email, and I said to him I was interested in it, but not at the price that he had it up for. And he sent me a message back saying, well, what are you looking to buy for it? And I gave him what I thought was a realistic and fair offer, going through recent sales and things like that. And he come back and said no. So I thought, case closed, I'm not going to worry about it. And this guy had about 4 or 5 key Batman books up for crazy prices. He had a 181 up for like $120, and that was Buy It Now. I should have really gotten for that one. And that looked in really good condition, really, really nice. But he then had like a Batman 244 for like $250, and it was just like his pricing was just completely out, which is why I messaged him. And then he sent me a message randomly 2 days later going, you seem to know a little bit about comics, can you help me? And now I confess I don't know half as much as what you guys do. That's why I joined YouTube, was to watch you guys and learn more. But I helped him as best as I could, and I advised him to go to certain websites and to look at how to grade books and things like that, and always compare his books to other books before he decides on a price. And I helped him with a couple of books and getting them listed and up on eBay and getting him sales and things like that. And then I was a bit cheeky. I went back to him and I said, look, seeing as though I helped you out, can you help me out and sort me out a good price on the 227? And he did. He accepted my offer, and I was so chuffed because I didn't think I was going to get this book as quickly as I wanted it. So couldn't miss out on the price that he was willing to accept. So I snapped it off his hands, and now I can't stop looking at it. It's absolutely beautiful. Really, really chuffed to have this book in my collection. And that's the end of the haul, but I have one more book left to show you, and a bit of a... It's another cool eBay story, really. I've been quite lucky the last few months. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, this is going to be no surprise for you, but this is, and I hope the glare's not too bad. Oh. This is Batman number 10, CGC 2.5. Why am I showing this book with you today? Because I just can't stop looking at it. There was a guy on eBay who had it up for auction, but he had a reserve on it, and it never met the reserve, so it got relisted. It never met the reserve again, and then he put it up and then took it down straight away. And I just sent him a message saying, is it still available? And he went, yeah. I said, but I haven't got the money to put down on it what you wanted. And I gave him an offer, and I'll be honest with you, it was a pretty low ball offer. if I kind of seem to think that I can be quite a nice human being at times, but I felt really bad sending that offer in. But he accepted it, and I couldn't believe it. And it was a CGC 2.0, but it wasn't in the case. It was in the Mylar that is underneath the case. But the grading part was still all attached to the plastic and that. So I took it to Richard at my local comic shop, and he's a CGC and CBCS. I can't think of the word now, but the guys that send them off for you. And I spoke to him, and he was like, well, we'll send it in how it is, and we'll see what happened. And bearing in mind it went in as a 2.0 with the CGC label all still attached and everything there, just not the plastic case. They've obviously taken it out and regraded it, and it's come back 0.5 higher, and I am so stoked. It's such a beautiful book. It's Catwoman appears in a new costume in this book, and I'm just so chuffed with it, and I just wanted to share it with you today and finish on a high. So that does it for my first ever YouTube haul video. I hope to get back to you soon in the next few months with another. I am saving for a car at the minute though, and I'm going on holiday to Italy on Friday, so hopefully they have a couple of comic book shops there I can visit, but I can't spend too much money because my girlfriend will kill me. But until next time guys, keep safe and comment, give me advice, subscribe, give me any form of criticism. I'm more than happy with that, just so I can learn and get better. But yeah, until next time guys, I'll speak to you all later, and adios.